Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, the guru, LT, the dude, man, and my boy, VZ, man. What's going on with y'all?
Chilling, man.
We're going to tap in about this week 7 in football and kind of see where everybody's at with this, man. It's been been kind of an up and down week, man. I want to say rest in peace to my grandfather. Granddaddy Pappy passed away this morning. Rest in peace to you. But this week in football has been kind of it was crazy, man, because I lost a couple dollars. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if y'all put anything on the line. But I lost a couple dollars messing around with these teams, man. I almost pulled it off, but I think that it was the Detroit Lions, man, did it for me. They messed it up for me, man. I went against Mahomes, and it ended up the way that it normally do when you go against Mahomes, man. What y'all think about that Monday night game?
It was a good game.
I remember the fight. I remember the fight more than everything.
Oh, yeah, the fight.
That's what I'm saying. Juju got hold a little bit.
Yeah. Juju on that beat. Juju on that
I don't think he was ready for what came with. I think he was thinking dude wasn't as mad as what he was like. What's going on? You good? And he thinking it's a game, and dude wasn't playing. He was hot.
He was not playing.
Really mad about what just happened. You know what I mean? He wasn't joking at all, man.
He took his helmet, threw him to the ground. Yeah,
that ain't look funny at all, bro. It looked bad. Them pictures was not them some horrible pictures to be out on the internet.
Oh yeah, nose bleeding. It looked bad for him.
Yeah. You get yanked around.
He's the only one on his team that lost that night.
Yeah. The only one. Everybody else won. Because in that locker room, they was probably like, bro, you see this?
Everybody quiet. Like,
yeah. We got tomorrow's game though coming up, man. We got the Steelers versus the Bengals, man. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this off with VZ, man. You know what I mean? What you got going on with the Steelers and the Bengals? What do you think about this matchup? Do you see any light at the end of the tunnel for the Bengals, or you think the Steelers gonna run through them?
I don't think the Steelers gonna run through them. It's a rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? It's divisional. They always play each other well. I think Joe Flacco gonna throw for a whole bunch of yards. Like, it's gonna look good on paper, but I think the Steelers is gonna pretty handily win this game.
Okay. You don't see no pushback with Flacco on there, huh?
I think I think like the Steelers is gonna have a pretty big lead at the half. They'll probably not score as much, maybe once in a field goal in the second half, and the Bengals will like start, trying to make it interesting. Flacco will have a whole bunch of empty yards. Chase will probably get off, either him or Higgins, probably one or the other. I don't think both, but I don't think the Bengals got enough. I mean, they can't run the ball. And their defense is bad. I mean, the Steelers' defense ain't like the greatest right now. It's not like the Steelers' defenses we're used to, but I think they got just enough to make sure that
I think he broke. Okay.
Yeah.
You say you can't run the ball? You said?
Yeah, I don't think they can run the ball, and I mean they can't. I mean, you could pass it back. You're gonna put Flacco in harm's way, trying to put him back there 30, 40 times passing the ball. You already ain't got no quarterback. You don't want to get rid of the dude that you just traded for to at least hold you over at quarterback.
Okay. LT.
Well, they're going to be chasing, and that's what they've been doing all season, right, is chasing. So he's going to have to drop back 35 to 40 times, which is terrible. I thought he looked okay last week, right? I mean, I thought he looked okay for his first week on the new team. Not really surprised about how he looked. I thought he looked exactly like I thought he would. Decent throws, good intermediate passes. Still, that line's so bad. They're so poor. And not only can they not run the ball, they can't pass protect. They can't do anything with that offensive line. So I think they're in real trouble there. And I've said that since week one. And they ended up getting their starting quarterback hurt, right? The franchise. So I think they could easily do the same thing here with Flacco. I don't see this going well again, man. I've said it every single week. It's not going well for them, right? It's not going to go well here. Steelers are probably going to have a lead. It's a divisional game. I get that, just like VZ said. It's normally a very close game between these two. I don't think it will be this time. It's at the Bengals. The Bengals have lost their last 2 of 3 by 40 points. Like this is probably going to be another one of those games. Aaron Rodgers has been really taking care of the football really well. He's not having to do his normal gunslinging stuff. So I think he's playing really good football right now. They can run the football. They have a really good kicker in Boswell who can get guaranteed points for you when he's not slipping on that crappy field that they had last week. I think they're fine. I think the Steelers are definitely going to win this one by 10 plus.
Yeah.
Man.
Man, I think it's gonna be, TJ Watt is gonna be on Flacco. He's gonna be on him like crazy. And then you look at the game last week, Jalen Ramsey had what, 2 sacks?
He did.
2 sacks. So it's like, if the whole team wants to eat like that, if they
It's over.
Yeah, man, there's no way the Bengals are gonna keep up. Yeah, I got the Steelers too. Easy.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers as well, but I will say this right now. I think that right now, Chase is he's top 5, one of the top 5 receivers in the league right now. You know what I mean? Not even saying like as far as like just I'm talking about based on stats this season. Without having his, I think his quarterback went down after game 2. I think it was during game 2.
He went down.
Yeah, in the second game. Yep.
And you got Flacco right now. Flacco is not a bum. You know what I mean? I will say that Joe Flacco is not a bum, but am I going to bet on them? Absolutely not. But the Steelers, I mean, it's not like the Steelers were looking great versus the Browns. I mean, the Browns got good defense. They do. But, at the same time, they only put up 23 points. It wasn't like they went in there and they didn't need to do anything more than what they did. They did exactly what they needed to do to win. But, you know what I mean? I'm going Steelers. So all that say, I'm going to go Steelers.
They're only a 4.5-point favorite. All right. The Steelers,
Really?
which I think is kind of insane, to be honest.
That's
I think
crazy,
this is a
yeah.
double-digit game at least. I think it's just because of Flacco. If I'm being honest, the way he
He's
looked
gonna
last
put
week,
up the numbers. Yeah.
he is. But I just don't think they could keep up.
Hey, this guy Steve. Hey, I'm telling you, you should bet with me, Steve. I'm trying
Hey,
to every now and then. I win.
going off
Every
on
now and then.
you.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. Steve from Civil Discourse. It's my guy from
I
Civil
love it.
Discourse, man.
What's
we sit
up,
back.
Steve? How we doing?
Talk junk about politics all day long, but this is football. Steve knows nothing about football. I got the big money, Steve. Okay, at all. But okay. We see. Okay, let's go around the horn real quick, man. VZ, who you got?
Steelers.
LT.
Steelers.
Man.
Man, I got the Steelers.
We're gonna go Steelers. We got a whole perfect 4 for the Steelers, man, this time right here. So, we'll see what happens this week. But half the time we go perfect, ends up happening.
Yeah, something go wrong.
Any given Sunday.
Next game, we got the Rams versus the Jaguars. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start with you, LT. We got the Rams and the Jaguars, man. Let's go ahead. Who do you got coming into this game?
Well, first of all, Stafford is playing fantastic, right? I mean, you're over 1,600 yards. You have 12 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. The guy's playing phenomenal football. I think that's going to be the difference in this game, which quarterback you can really trust in this game. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence, if I'm being honest, as far as totality of how he completes his games or his performances. I think he's came into it so far running 2 to 3 quarters of great football, and then he kind of falls off. Right, so I think that's going to continue this week. Plus, it's an early game in London.
Yeah, it's in London.
Yeah.
First of all, I will advocate for this. I think it's nuts that we're counting that as home games for people at this point in time.
Crazy.
That's crazy to me. So not very fair on that aspect of it. But again, I like the Rams. They were my actual second, third best team at the beginning of the season in the NFC. I still think they're going to get back to that. I think they're going to win this game pretty easily.
Okay, man.
I think the Jaguars haven't shown me enough. I mean just like Steve said, I was about to say Nakua is questionable. I think Nakua might still play, but even without him, man, Stafford's been going crazy, and the Rams defense looks nice. I don't like Trevor Lawrence. You guys thought the Jaguars was just the best team in history last week. I don't know what that was about.
Still think they're going to win the division.
He's going to do this now. Okay, go ahead.
But I just think the Rams is going to win. Jaguars was never that. Yeah, I got the Rams too.
BZ.
Nakua being out scares me a little, or being questionable scares me a little bit. Apparently, I mean, it was at a point where they were saying it was bad. And then he came back. I'm pretty sure it ain't no better if he, if he tried to play on it at that point. So that scares me a little bit. As of late, their running game hadn't been the greatest. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got Matt Stafford back there. He's been doing his thing. The Jags play well in London. They play a lot of games in London. They're like 8-5 with their games in London, which is kind of random fact.
Little fact you got there. You put that out of nowhere. I like that.
But they play good. They play good in London for whatever reason. Trevor Lawrence has had some of his best statistical games in London. I think I'm gonna go with the upset here and pick the Jags, man.
Okay. I can see something like that happening, honestly, myself.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what I mean?
no home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of just football fans in there. I think that, maybe they juiced up a little bit because they playing earlier. I think the Jags can eke this one out.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a real tough one for me because I like both teams. I was just talking about Trevor Lawrence earlier. He got like 1,300, a little over 1,300 yards for this year, 8-5. But then you got Stafford, who's got over 1,600. I think he might be almost number one in the NFL. I mean, somewhere around there, close to, if not. He might average 280 yards a game right now. And both of them got solid running games. Both of them have solid running games. Of course, Rams has decent receiving core over there, especially with Nakua and other guys like that. Man, I'm gonna go with the safe bet. I'm gonna go with the Rams. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with the Rams. So I'm gonna go with the safe one. Don't get me wrong. My heartstrings say go with the Jags. I like Trevor. I like Travis Hunter. Don't get me wrong. I like him. You know what I mean? As far as the quarterback is concerned, he's my biggest concern. I like his heart though. I've seen him do some plays where he showed some heart and made some good throws down the field, but I got to go with who I think right now is going to, who has an established team. I'm going to go with the Rams. Let's go back through it again. LT.
Hey, out of that 1,600 that Stafford has, only 600 of those are to Nakua. That means over 1,000 yards is to the rest of the Rams, by the way.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. So, yeah, Rams all day.
Man.
Yeah, without Nakua, they still got Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, and, their defense is nice. I got the Rams.
Easy.
I'm still bucking the trend, man. I'm still gonna go ahead and say that I think the Jags can, can pull it out. And this smell like an upset to me. I don't know why, but it smells like an upset. But Stafford is leading the league in passing yards at 1,684. Number 2 is Dak at 1,617.
Who's number 3? Who's number 3?
Number 3 is Sam Darnold.
Oh,
he was waiting on it. He was going to say who's number 4.
I was hoping you didn't answer that. That's why I just tried to say Dak and keep it moving. He was number 3.
Number 3. Yeah, you knew exactly who it was already. That's why it wasn't even a question anymore.
Yeah, he got the answer just like I do. He knew.
He got it up right here. He was waiting on it.
You ain't fooling nobody.
I'm gonna be honest though, that's a good solid top 3 right there. You know what I mean? I don't feel like any one of those 3 right now are top. I won't say top 5. It's hard to say top 5, but damn, they're known as top 5 in the league. None of those 3 are known as top 5 in the league.
Mayfield is 4, and he getting MVP votes.
I think MVP.
And then Drake May is 5.
Mm-hmm.
That threw me when I saw that. Drake May is a little bit over on Mahomes right now at 5. That's crazy.
Sneaky year he's having. We'll get.
He's having a sneaky good year when you look at his stats.
I'm gonna go Rams as well. So I mean that's 3-1 right there. Rams 3-1 for the Jags. But we will remember that Jag bet right there next week. You know what I'm saying? If you pull that one out of nowhere, man, that's a big one for you right there.
I'm gonna come in.
You care to guess a score? What do you think the score might be?
I'm gonna say
we ain't gonna hold you to it.
24-27.
Oh, good, nice.
Okay.
That's a good game.
All right, next game, man. We're gonna start off with you, man. We got the Eagles and we got the Vikings.
Eagles and Vikings.
Eagles and Vikings, man.
Eagles, 2 losses in a row. It's that's a tough one. Vikings defense has been looking crazy with their corners. I forgot which one it was, but he went off.
Leon Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. And then you look at their D-line. Their D-lines, their pass rush has been really good. Their run defense ain't been too well. So it makes me think the Eagles might have to rely on that. I just don't think the Eagles lose 3 in a row.
They might have JJ back. Not to cut you, they might have JJ McCartney. He's questionable to play. I'm not sure if he played last game or not, but
the quarterback don't matter for the Vikings. They could play anybody at quarterback. They're quarterback proof. They could have anybody at quarterback. Justin Jefferson.
Is Aaron Jones back? Is he playing? Is he back from IR?
Probably not.
Aaron Jones.
Or they still got Mason in there.
But Justin Jefferson could have anybody at quarterback, and he's
Mason's still in.
Okay.
And I got the Eagles still, but that's just because I don't think they're gonna lose 3 in a row.
Okay. All right. VZ.
I think this is one of them games where Hurts is gonna go like 9 for 12 with 104 yards, and Saquon about to have 150. I think they're gonna get back to stop trying to appease everybody and pass the ball and make it look the way people want it to look. And I think this is gonna be a bounce back game because I mean you can neutralize that pass rush if Saquon got is getting 5-6 yards a carry. I think they're going to get back to that this game. Even though I really do like the Vikings defense, I just think that offensively where they match up strong at, the Eagles defense matches well with that. They got a lot of good corners. They got depth at corner, at least when fully healthy. I think the Eagles is going to pull this out, and Saquon's going to have a big day.
All right. LT.
This one's interesting, right? Because you have a very, very solid defensive line, very solid defensive core group over for the Vikings to begin with. They're going up a team against an offense that's really struggling right now, right? I mean, if you look at Hurts, he's not really performing up to his standard, or is he, right? For me, this game is Hurts' game. Okay, so I'm going to go opposite of what VZ said real quick. I'm going to say I think you make him beat you, right, in this category. If you here's the thing, you got all these receivers that are pissed off if they don't touch the ball more than 40 times a game. If you play for Philly, for some odd reason, you're a championship team, but you still have to touch the ball 180 times. I don't understand it. It's just weird to me. But I do see them arguing a lot. I don't like the body language that the team has shown on the last 2 weeks, and it's not just because they're losing. It looks like kind of an organizational problem that they're having right now from top to bottom. The coaches can't keep the players in control. The leadership isn't there. And all we've been doing for the last couple of weeks is really, since the year started, was praising, right, the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, on his leadership ability. I haven't seen that over the last couple of weeks. I just see him silent on the sideline, not saying a word. They'll turn the ball over. He'll come back and sit down, put his head down, and kind of just sit there, not even looking at the plays on the teleprompter, anything like that, right on the pads. So that being said, I think this is Hurts' chance right here to turn the season around. I think he's going to put the team on his back. I think he's going to have over 250 passing yards, and I think he's going to light it up. That being said, I don't think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. I do think they're going to drive down the field very easily. I think they're going to have trouble in the red zone because they're really having trouble running the football for some reason right now with their offensive line is struggling. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. They're going to win like 17-13, something crazy like that. Minnesota's just not going to score a lot of points, so I think that's the only reason Philly's going to win this game.
Okay, me, I'm gonna go with the Eagles, just based off. But it's not because of what they've done. I mean, you look at Saquon, longest run this year was 18 yards. He's averaging like 3.8 yards a carry or something like that, 3.7 yards per carry. It's not, he's not really showing up this year at all. You got, you can't. Both your two main receivers are like at 300 and 200 yards respectively. For the Eagles, they're not really doing a lot offensively and defensively. They've really been getting pushed around a lot too. So I'm really going off the strength that they are the reigning champs, and I believe that they'll bounce back to championship form this game. I believe this is a wake up call for them. Hopefully, Saquon can get back to that hunger that he had from last year. Maybe the Super Bowl kind of quenched that thirst. Maybe that's what happened with them. Who knows? But this year they're not really showing you who we all perceive them to be. So, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles because I think the Vikings are just flip flopping back and forth between quarterbacks. I believe that possibly Wentz may end up winning that job over there eventually, just for the year, because they're gonna need some kind of continuity at that position. That's just my personal opinion, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go Eagles. So let's go back around the horn, man.
I was saying the Eagles. But now I think about the NFC North's division and just how close it is. Every team's like 3-2, 4-2, 3-1. The Vikings really need this game a lot more. I think the Eagles probably aren't going to, because they're still ahead in the division. I think they might be able to lose one. I think the Vikings actually will come out on top. They're going to try a little bit harder. Their team's rough.
How bad?
You good.
I think I got the Eagles in this one. I think they'll figure out the running game this week, and they'll get Saquon back on track. And I think it'll be a kind of a game management game from Hurts.
LT.
Eagles. I went on the harp a second ago. Eagles.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Eagles too. So let's see how this one turns out for us, man. We went with the Eagles last week, and they, let us down. Let everybody down here, pretty much.
Saying that lightly.
All right, we got the I'm gonna go LT. We got the Patriots and we got the Titans. I mean, what is? I know you've been a real big fan of Drake May. You know what I mean? Like you've been a big fan of him. You really pushed him. I liked him too last year, but I wasn't giving him any. I wasn't giving him any real credit for kind of his, the way that he's playing the game. I hadn't really paid a lot of attention to him. I liked him because I saw that he did, threw for some good. He had some good passing games last year, but this year he's really starting to kind of show up. He also had a little thing he did where he was talking about Cam Newton. He did like the little Cam Newton, like that, the Superman type deal that he used to do. And he spoke these like Cam Newton was, that was just my favorite player. And it kind of gave me a different kind of respect for Drake May. Like, okay, you're not just looking at yourself as a pocket passer. You kind of, you kind of see yourself as something different. Not saying he sees himself as Cam Newton, but he kind of gives himself a little bit more, options to be more than just a pocket passer, but he's a good young quarterback. LT, what do you think about the game?
He kind of has that same swagger that he's starting to play with, if I may say so, right? I mean, you look at his game right now. He's protecting the football very well. He's taking hits. He's standing up in the pocket. Like I said, he's playing with a swagger right now. I mean, I really like this kid. I mean, like you said, he's third in the league right now for passing yards, I want to say, you said?
Fourth.
Or second? Fourth in the league for passing yards at 1,500. I mean, he's only thrown 2 interceptions, guys. He's taking really good care of the football, and he's played some really tough opponents. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he played the Bills a couple weeks ago and just really made them look awful on defense. So I got to say, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of this guy. Mm-hmm. And I think they have a couple of other pieces as well. I mean, look, they got Diggs. You can't do much better than Diggs at that position either, and he's going off too. So I think they're going to absolutely destroy the Titans. Titans are a dumpster fire this season. They just replaced their coach. They have an interim head coach, I want to say, that just started, and this is week 1 for him. They just fired their coach midweek. Nothing goes well. After that, players tend to play for the interim coach, so I think you're going to see that fire for the first half probably show up. It'll be a little closer than normal. I think it's just going to be a runaway in the second half. So, yeah, I'm going Patriots.
Man.
Yeah, this is like a throwaway game. Really, I feel like I love what the Patriots did with Drake May. Drafting an offensive tackle, picking up Stephon Diggs, and picking up a running back. They did everything you should do for a young quarterback. But yeah, the Titans, they just not ready yet. Cam Ward, I don't think he's a bust. Like I've seen something saying, I don't think you could even say that. It's too early, but
too early.
Yeah, and the whole team is just horrible. So there's just nothing they can do with the Patriots.
VZ.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got interim head coach, rookie quarterback, number 1 receiver down, just like turmoil on offense. Defensively, their roster is not bad, but they're on the field way too much, and it just doesn't look like the offense knows what they're doing from week to week schematically. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't have some decent talent guys. I mean, Cam Ward is at a disadvantage right now, and I mean, I think the Patriots and Drake May is just gonna pick them apart.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking pretty tough over there, man. I mean, so it's a tough kind of division for them right now. But LT, what's your take on it? Did you already give us? You already gave us your take.
I think Pat's easy. Pat's easy.
Okay, so I mean, me personally, man, I'm gonna go with the Pats. You know what I mean? Only because Drake May is playing pretty good right now. I can't really take too much from him. Their number one receiver is also questionable. Diggs is questionable, just like Ridley is questionable. But it's a different ball game because the Titans are already so sorry that it really doesn't matter. I mean, they could probably have all the receivers in, and it's a tough game for them regardless. I mean, Patriots are playing well right now, so I'm gonna go with the Patriots. Man, let's go around the horn.
Yeah, man, Patriots. If it's by far, I don't see Titans having a good game against anyone.
Patriots. This is the easiest game to pick this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody versus the Titans. LT, you said again. You said
10 out of 10 pick on this one, Pat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Pats too. Man. I mean I think the Titans won one game already this year. I don't think they're gonna win it.
I don't even remember that. Did they beat a team?
They
1-5.
They beat Arizona.
Yeah, they beat Arizona. They messed up my bet.
But Arizona let everybody come back with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, they tried to.
I mean, I guess that counts.
Hey, VZ, we got the Panthers, and we got the Jets. This is damn near like the last game. I ain't gonna lie. This might be worse than the last game. Really, you really think about it, but it's not because it's the Panthers. I mean, it's like the Panthers are pretty much the Patriots to a degree.
The Panthers are one of those teams where like you would think that they got like a lot of good young talent, and it should be going like at least trending in the right direction. And then they'll have a week where you like just blow it up, get rid of Bryce Young, do that, and then the next week you'd be like, that's what I was looking for right there. Like, give me that every week. Like, I don't understand them. Like, Leggett seems like he's a great receiver. You got Renfro, who's great underneath, who basically replaced Adam Thielen. You get the, you know what I'm saying, the big receiver in the draft. Chuba Hubbard was playing good. Now Rico Dowdle comes there and he's looking amazing. Bryce goes up, then he goes down, then he goes up, then he goes all the way down, then he gets benched, and he comes back in and he looks great again. And it's like, I mean, defensively, I can't lie. I don't really know too much of what they have defensively, but I mean, they seem to be in games sometimes. So I'm like, their defense can't be that bad. I think they're probably still going to be riding high off Rico playing as well as he did, even though Hubbard is coming back. And then they playing the Jets. So I mean, like, the Jets ain't gonna really put up too much of a fight. At least they haven't shown that as of yet. They're another team that on paper you would think that they're decent, at least defensively, and they've looked horrible. They still ain't got to win, right? They 0-6. Yeah, I think that the Panthers is gonna get this one. I think the Jets maybe like look more like a team or more like a unit this week, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough to beat the Panthers.
LT.
Something happens to the Panthers when they leave that home stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a JV roster just steals the jerseys and plays the game for them at that point. Okay. Because the teams they're beating at home are not trash.
No.
Okay. They're not trash. They're beating legit playoff contenders at home, and they're beating them handily. Let me be very honest about that.
They beat Dallas at home?
Yes.
Yeah, they
I ain't saying Dallas is trash. I ain't trying to say. I ain't trying to put that out there.
It was insinuated.
It was a question. It was a quick question. I was just wondering.
But something happens to them, right? Whenever they leave the house, they just forget their minds and lose all control. They start turning the ball over. They can't run the ball. They can't protect. A betting man would look at this game and say, man, you know what? The Jets are 0-6. Right? They're 0-6. They're not going to win a game this season. Look, the odds of an NFL team losing every single game in a season are extremely low. Like in the point percentages, right? This is a perfect game for the Jets to win. The perfect game. I'm going to pick the Jets.
It is actually the perfect game. I'm not going to lie.
It is 100%.
The Panthers are away from home, man. I'm going with that 100%. Trend. The Jets are going to win at home.
All right. Man, we already hit you with this one, or no?
No.
What is it, man? Let us know.
Man, I never want to give up on Justin Fields. I can't believe he did so bad last week. It was crazy. He did horrible. He should have never signed to this team. The Jets can't make a quarterback good ever.
No.
He was never good, though. He was never good, though. He
didn't do bad at the Steelers.
He did pretty decent at Steelers. Yeah, I think they just wanted to get Russ.
And he wasn't bad with the Bears either. They benched him because they had Russ.
He can't throw. That's the thing about it. He can't. I think he almost has as many. You got like, he has 200 something rushing yards. He has like 700 yards. He's like probably the least amount of passing yards for any quarterback that started all 6 games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's doing
6 games, 700 yards.
It's horrible. But the Panthers, you just can't bet on the Panthers. I feel like everybody's going to bet on the Panthers, and that's what makes them. That's what makes them, the Jets defense, I don't know what's been going on lately because their defense on paper has been, it should be like, if you looked at 3 years ago, you'd be like, oh, this is a great defense. This year, this is a horrible defense. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with them. With that being said, I do got the Panthers, but it's not because of Justin Fields, it's because of the Jets. They just suck. Justin Fields is a good quarterback. Throw him on any other team.
Look,
throw him on another team.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm definitely going with the Panthers because I think that Dowdell, whatever his name is, he's killing it. I think they won their last 2 games, right? They won their last 2 games.
He had
ran for like 203 yards, ran for 186 yards. This is 2 games he had a chance to start. That boy is running hard. He's serious. He's took the job. That's his job right now. Ain't nobody. They can't concede that job. They can't do that. They won 2. Hey, now you got Jimmy Horn Jr. at the same time. I believe he's starting. He's actually starting right now.
Involved, yeah.
I mean, he's a speed receiver. You got the McMillan, the kid from Arizona. I think Arizona. Was he from Arizona?
Yeah, from Arizona.
He's their number 1 receiver over there. I think that's what's really pushed their offense up. They got a good running game. Passing game is coming along. Bryce Young. I think he has like 10 touchdowns or something like that, 5 interceptions, something of the sort. But it's coming along. And so with that being said, I think the Panthers are going to beat them. You had Justin Fields threw for 45 yards last game. I believe it was like with the sack yards on top of it. I believe it was like
-11, something like that. Yeah.
How are we saying he's a good quarterback? You throw for negative 10 yards, man.
I did not say that. I would like the record to show that I did not say that.
He got sacked, what, 6 times?
Yeah. How many yards did he run for, though?
Oh,
listen, we can't.
That's a great defense. Surtain, you go give him Surtain, and that's a great defense.
And listen, all I'm gonna say is it was 13-11, so it's not like they could tee off on the pass. Wasn't like he's gonna pass. They weren't even worried about him passing the ball. They know he can't throw the ball nowhere. Like, man, look, they treated him like they treated Peyton Manning and Peyton Manning's last year.
Yeah, they knew he couldn't do it.
Wasn't that game at Tottenham or something this last week?
I believe it was. Yeah,
every single time they play there, somebody plays there. The footing's awful. It's a low-scoring game. Yeah. Not surprised at all with that.
Negative yardage though, brother. I just can't.
Surprised with that.
I can't get past that point right there, man. So I'm definitely going to go Panthers. Let's go back around the horn. LT.
Look, it's a 1.5 point spread for y'all that are wondering. Carolina's barely favored. Something's going on there. I'm just saying. Jets winning their first game of the season.
It's possible. Easy.
Man, you got me with this first game of the season. Ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, ain't no way they going 0-7. I'm like, Fields got to give you something. Like something's gonna happen, bro. The line is too close. I'm gonna have to go to Jets.
And they're away from home, right? They're away from home.
Yeah. Playing like a perfect storm. I'm gonna have to go to Jets, bro.
Man.
I turn one of them. Let's go.
I love the Jets. I love the Jets quarterback.
Yeah, I was gonna say you love
the Panthers team though. If they should just keep trying to feed Dowdle to see if he could do it again.
That's what I would do. Yeah,
that's what I would just do, just to see if he could do it again. And it'd be pretty cool if he could. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I think they're gonna push it.
Okay. I'm Panthers too. So I think we pretty much. We all made. You guys both went with Jets, which is crazy to me right now. They're 0-6. They're about to be 0-7. I don't see. They're gonna have to trade quarterback. 6, they have to put their quarterback with somebody. Somebody else is gonna have to get in there and play. But this dude can't make it happen right now. Somebody. I think they're actually calling for him. We actually got that game coming up next. I was gonna go to you first, LT, but the game after that, I believe is a better suited game for you because it's your guys. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna skip over.
I'm ready to go off again. We're good.
I'm gonna go with VZ on this one first. We got the Dolphins and we got the Browns. These are two. They're pretty much two bottom dwellers right now, both 1-5. What do you think about this game, VZ?
I think this basically boils down to the Browns defense is better than the Dolphins offense. I don't like either one of the offenses. At this point, I'm like Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times the other game,
52 times,
and had barely cracked 200 yards. Like. And most of them was like check downs to the tight ends. So I'm like, I just don't. I know I'm starting to believe what LT is saying. I just don't think they're ever going to play Shador. Like it's like at that point you should have put him in it just to at least to see what he could do for the last couple of drives or what I'm saying on the fourth quarter. I don't get it. I think the Browns defense though is substantially better than what the Dolphins can do. I think Tua right now is he's ripping his team apart with his press conferences and the stuff that he's saying. It's reported like, he meant this and the fact that they're even asking people in the locker room that stuff is hurting. I don't think that's good. Plus, I think this is a game that Quinshon Judkins goes off because Browns can't pass the ball. So I think Judkins going to have a good game. Browns defense is going to look all world. you know what I'm saying, remind us that if they had a quarterback, they'll be good. And the Browns win this one.
Man. I think that the Dolphins have like no defense, which is great because they're going against a team with no offense. But if they can get Gabriel to just hit lightning a couple times, like like these little small plays that he's throwing, what they're looking for is for one of them to blow up into a big play.
Yeah.
Not that they have many players that can do those things, but like the running back that you was talking about, Jenkins, he might be able to make lightning strike a couple times, and I think that's what they're going to try to go for. I mean, with Dolphins having a player like Waddle and Chain, they got a lot, but the Browns got hitters on their defense, the corners, the linebackers, the D-line. Myles Garrett, he might take 2 out the game. I think that I love their defense. I wish they had a better offense and better coaching and better GM. But yeah, I got the Browns.
LT, we got Fat Sam saying Shador plays like he had a long night of Taco Bell excuse. Okay, I don't know what that means exactly, but I guess that's
how does he know how Shador plays? How does he know how Shador plays?
I don't think anyone.
You know what? You know what it is? It's that last preseason game, and we can get into that. I'm telling y'all, people still remember that.
They said, buddy,
the last thing that you see, right? The last thing you see is what you remember. Period.
Go ahead.
It's sad, but it's true.
I know the floor is yours.
Thank you. All right, so listen. Being a little hard on Gabriel. Okay, I'm looking at who he played over the last couple weeks, right? Who have they played over the last 3 weeks of the team? Detroit, the Steelers, and the Vikings. You're talking about 3 solid teams, 3 solid defenses, 3 playoff teams to begin with, right? If not more or further, right? Look, he's playing against a team this week that is an absolute shambles in the locker room, on the field, in the coaching staff, in the box. It doesn't matter. That team is legit just imploding in every scenario possible. This is not going to go well for Miami. Okay, the Dolphins are not going to score many points. I think they're actually going to get scored on a bunch this week. I don't think that defense is going to play for him anymore. That's what happens when you're the quarterback and you start talking crap about your teammates. Your team stops playing for you. And if that's the case, that defense is going to get ran over. That defense is going to be a step behind and a step slower because they don't give a crap anymore. That's what happens when you talk crap, okay? And you're the QB. You're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to show leadership, and he's not showing that anymore. He's showing very much that he is not that mature quarterback that everybody thought he was. I think he's an immature quarterback. It could be the concussions and stuff coming into play. I understand that. I'll go that route, right? Give him the benefit of the doubt because I've seen him do great things in this league. But I think he's lost complete control of that team, not just the coaches. I think he has as well. It's not going to go good. This is not going to be close. For the first time in a long time, I'm saying the Browns by more than a touchdown.
Well, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to come back at the whole entire Dillon Gabriel argument that he did not. That he played well. I mean, don't get me wrong, he didn't turn the ball over. But when most year, I think he threw like.
Oh, I didn't say he played well. He didn't play well. I'm just saying he played tough. These were tough teams he was playing.
Well, all I'm gonna say is like, he dropped back 58 times. He was sacked 6. He threw the ball 52 times. I think he completed 29 passes. Most of all were within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Or everything was checked down. He can't throw the ball deep. He did have some drops though. There were some significant drops, but he's throwing what they call ambulance balls out there. You know what I'm saying? Hospital balls. My bad. Man. You know what I mean? So he's gotten a bunch of his players hurt right now. Judy's looking questionable. Njoku is questionable. Most of his main receiving core is quite. They don't want to go out there and get thrown where they're going to get killed. I mean, the Steelers were teeing off on the Browns. They had I think they had a couple of personal foul, roughly, whatever calls they had. And they had a few of them that I saw personally. So I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, man, Dillon Gabriel, we'll see how he plays next game. We got to give him a chance to play against some softer teams. Okay, we give him a chance against Miami. It's a possibility. You look at even with I think Waller's going to be out next game as well. He's questionable, at least. He's questionable for next game. Waller is really, I think, his number one. Waller, yeah. Yeah, that's his number one, target right there. Is Waller. Now that Hill is out, I know that Waddle's number is leading the team as far as passing receiving yards, but at the same time, Waller's your safe bet when it comes down. Everybody loves to check down to their tight end, and he's solid right now. I think Waller's going to end up getting a big contract coming out, Yeah, absolutely. But me personally, I'm going to go with Miami because I don't feel like Cleveland gives you, and there's no threats there. There's always a threat with Tua throwing the ball down the field somewhere. Tua can get the ball down the field. They have a decent running game, which is probably comparable somewhat. I like Junkins. I think he's going to be 1,000-yard back. I mean, so it's comparable right now as far as numbers are concerned. I think Junkins is probably better, but I mean, you're multifaceted. You're not just sitting on one thing. Like Cleveland pretty much is like everything's going to be under 5 yards, so I can pretty much stack the box up close. I don't have to worry about deep passes, nothing. So I'm going to go with Miami on this one right here. Let's go around the horn and see what everybody got. LT.
Yeah, I think they were keeping the playbook closed for Gabriel the last couple of weeks. Very slim because of who they were playing. In my opinion, I think they were trying to get the ball out very quickly because of those defensive lines. He's going to have all day to throw the football. I'm going to be real here. He's going to have all day this weekend. I think they're going to win.
Hey, both of the Miami, two of Miami's linebackers, I believe, are questionable as well, too. So, I mean, that just hurts their team even further. Easy.
I got the Browns, but specifically because of their defense and the possibility of their running game, not because of Dylan Gabriel.
I believe Myles Garrett is looking at possibly being is questionable as well right now. He was questionable last week. He shows up most games. Yeah. He'll probably be playing. It's a home game. He'll probably show up as well for this home game. Man.
I would be surprised if the Browns lost. The Dolphins are a horrible team. And somebody said Shedeur Sanders talks slow. Yeah, he's playing football.'s not a scientist. He's all good. You don't need to.
You know what I mean? You don't need to talk fast. You don't need to talk too well. I feel like a lot of times even with the Shedeur situation, I believe they try to like paint a picture of him as not being a smart quarterback, which I think is stereotypical a little bit.
Yeah,
in the situation. Dylan Gabriel is real. I mean, don't get me wrong. Dylan Gabriel is like a quarterback. Great at quarterback speak, I should say. He's very good at being exactly the player you want. He comes from a Dan Lanning, system, which helped him out a lot. I think that Stefanski really likes Dan Lanning in his system. I don't think he really likes Prime in his system the way that he played. But all excuses aside, Shedeur can throw the ball down the field. This kid can't. He's not shown that he can throw the ball down the field accurately. He shows that he lives in fear of throwing the ball down the field. If he could, you would. I mean, you look at it. I mean, most of his passes have been short passes. They let Flacco throw the ball down the field. Why wouldn't they let this kid throw the ball down the field if he could do it?
At least give him opportunity.
Yeah.
It looks like the handcuffs been on him.
Once he does, then they're going to have to bench him. That's why.
You know what I mean? So, listen, this guy, he just want to talk, John. This guy right here just wants to talk. We're going to take that off there. But so me personally, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with I'm definitely going with Miami on this.
That's what that one said, dude in the vet.
Yeah, he's talking. You know who that probably is right there. You're going to sit back and I don't know, but that's probably your boy right there. You know what I mean? I'll tell you later. But okay, all right. We went around the horn already. Did we already go around the horn?
Yeah, we hit everybody.
All right. You guys both pick Cleveland?
Yeah, I pick Cleveland.
Yeah.
You pick Cleveland too? Yeah, man.
For sure.
This is crazy, man. Let's go ahead and hope the Dolphins win this game so we can get Shedeur in there faster. That's what I'm hoping for. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping
not gonna happen.
Let's start off with LT, man. We got your team right here, man. Teed up right now. We got your team, the Saints, man. The Saints versus the Bears. What is this looking like for you? Who do you got in this game, LT? The Saints.
I'm really happy with the I'm really not. I'm not happy with any of the progression. Look, Rattler has look. He's okay, but I'm tired of okay. And I understand being a New Orleans fan, I probably got very spoiled by Drew Brees years, and I understand that. But there's got to be something better than Rattler out there. Somebody that can actually get the ball out to the intermediate routes, not just a dink and dunk. I feel like that's all we really say is that these quarterbacks are dinking and dunking all the time. It's becoming a natural thing for these guys to just throw 2 or 3 yard routes and just pray that you have these Pachecos or somebody like that could take the ball 45 yards and score a touchdown. That's what the Saints offense is now. It's either that or we throw the ball 90 yards downfield and pray that Shaheed can actually get under it. It's crazy to me what our offensive game plan is week in and week out. There's no changing it ever. It's just screens or 8-yard bombs. That's our offense. In our defense, we're 90 years old on average. So we're not doing great. We're not set up for success. And then you look on the other side of the ball, you're playing a Bears team that is really, I think Williams is actually playing pretty good football right now. I'm not big on the whole painted fingernail thing that he does, but other than that, I think he does fantastic. I think they're playing better football too. To Man's point, as far as the Bears, I think they're playing much better football right now, and they're on the way up. Unlike a lot of the teams in the NFL, I think are kind of staying neutral or going down at this point. I think they're one of those that are kind of shining right now. So I do think they're going to win this game very easily. Saints are just not a good football team, guys. We might win 3 games. That's it. But this is not going to be one of those wins. I think we're going to sneak maybe a Tampa Bay in there probably because some reason we beat them once a year. But other than that, I really don't see them even coming close.
Easy.
I think this might be a little closer game than you think.
Don't give me hope, man.
I think it might be. Look, you talk about Caleb is playing well. Rattler has more yards than he does and a better completion percentage.
He has to.
Just saying, when you look statistically across the board, all of the Saints skill players are outperforming the Bears' top skill players. Kamara has more rushing yards than Swift. Olave has more receiving yards than Odunze. I'm just saying. I'm like, it can't be that bad, bro. The only thing that leads me in Chicago's favor as of late, their defense have been playing good. And they've been getting turnovers.
Yeah,
they've been getting a lot of turnovers. Like last game, they had like 3 last game.
Yep.
So I'm like, I feel like if they get some turnovers, that'll kind of kill y'all. And then
the Saints fumble. We don't throw picks, but we do fumble the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, Rattler don't really. He's only thrown 2 picks this year. He's thrown 1. He's thrown 1 pick.
He's doing his thing. 6-1, ain't he? Like 6 touchdowns, 1 interception.
6 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, Caleb is 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I don't think it's. I mean, ain't nobody on the Bears like world beaters to me. I still don't think Caleb Williams has like proved that he's like the dude that everybody was saying. I didn't like him coming out of college, to be honest. But I didn't think that he was. I don't think he's done anything to make me be like, okay, yeah, you can separate him now from that group. I just don't see it. I think
they last 3 though, BZ. They won their last 3.
I think that's more because of the defense, though. I don't think he's done anything to like. I think if you plug and play him with any other quarterback with that roster, they'll probably be about the same. You know what I'm saying? If you were looking at somebody that was similar, like I think they'll probably win about the same. I still think the Bears are going to win though because of the defense. That's the only thing, unless, like you said, you know, the Saints get 2 screens go to the house or Olave and Shaheed just catch bombs. I still think that the Bears defense is going to be the difference in it. Probably a turnover, not necessarily holding them in yards, but it's going to be a turnover that makes a difference in this game.
Olave is going to have at least 3 drop balls, at least
for sure. Yeah,
at least.
Man.
And 2 blue chip visits.
Whoever made this schedule this week, they knew the World Series was going to be happening because this is a horrible. These last 3-4 games are horrible games. But
he's been waiting on my game specific to say this. So you heard that, right?
Just to say that it was horrible this week. He's waiting on it.
Man, crazy. Wait until the Seahawks get up there.
Yeah, the Bears. You know, they're just They have a better offense and a better defense. I think. Spencer Rattler, the Saints offense there's not much room for error for a quarterback in that offense. Like, you know, like they don't really take risky plays. It's the same as Dylan Gabriel. You're not going to really mess up in the Saints offense other than if pass rush is getting you. The Bears team too. Jalen Johnson, Byard, like they got safety, cornerback. They have everything. Their team. Same thing you said, if you could put another quarterback there, it's the same as the Colts. The Colts team is built through and through. The Bears team, they paid everyone, you know, in every other position except for quarterback because they got a rookie contract on them. So I think that Bears team is set at way more levels than the Saints could be. So I got Bears for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears too, man. They've been playing good, man. They've won. Good game. They beat Washington, they beat Dallas. I can't remember the other team who they knocked off, but they played some good close games and they pulled them out. I mean, Caleb Williams has thrown for over 200 yards every single game, through 252 last game. I think he's had 298 a couple weeks ago. I mean, maybe he's starting to get into his groove as far as being a quarterback, as far as getting his feet underneath him. But at the same time, Rattler's not playing so bad either over there. He's actually producing. He's not playing bad. He's getting the ball around. He got both of his receivers. Their stats lines are looking decent. They're not horrible. So I mean, you can't really take a lot away. I thought he was a horrible quarterback last year. Whenever I looked at his games, like he was just pathetic. You know what I mean? But this year he's not looking that bad right now. So, but I'm still gonna go with the Bears. I'm not gonna go against the Bears. I don't see that's just going any other way, but with the Bears, I don't see the Saints pulling this one off. But okay, let's go around the horn, man. LT.
Yeah, I don't even think we're averaging 20 points a game, so I'm not going to say he's great or good in any way, shape, or form. He does throw the ball a lot. I understand that, but he's not our answer at QB. He does, and I get that he does have a lot of drop balls by Olave too, who forgets he's a receiver half the time. So it's crazy to watch that team. I can't wait till the draft, baby. Let's go, 2026. No,
you can get
anybody. It could be anybody. Yeah, and it's probably gonna be Nussmeier. It's his OC's son. That's probably what's coming. Bears at home. Saints are not good on the road. They need the dome more than anybody, I think. Bears win.
Easy.
Yeah, I got the Bears, man.
Man.
Yeah, I got the Bears for sure. Spencer Rattler, he's the worst Justin Fields. He's
Okay.
Y'all killing me.
And I got the Bears too, man. So that looks like a full sweep for the Bears. Anyway, man, we got the Raiders and we got the Chiefs next. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start off with you, man. You're a Raiders and Chiefs type of dude. You know what I mean? You seem to like the Raiders for some strange reason. They just been getting slapped around this season, but
crazy.
It'll be all right though. We go.
Gino's been killing me, man. It reminds me when he was on the Seahawks. The way he's been killing the Raiders, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with him, but Genty's been looking really good lately.
Yeah,
he's been looking real good. I think he can keep that up right there. The Chiefs coming off of a very big high. Oh God. I still want to say the Raiders. I love the Raiders team. There's something about they build, the coach, the quarterback, even the running back. They just remind me of a great team. So I still got the Raiders, man.
Easy.
The one thing I would say about this is, you remember when the Chiefs was going through what they was going through last year, and I don't know if they were undefeated but the Raiders beat them, and they beat them pretty handily last year. Jack Johnson had that crazy pick six where he caught it right in the backfield and just, ran right in. The Raiders always played the Chiefs, so this is one of them divisional games. In no other scenario would this even be close, but just because it's Raiders and Chiefs, where are they playing? Are they playing in Kansas City? They're playing at Arrowhead. Mm-hmm. I still don't think that I think the Chiefs will get it because they're coming off a high. They get Rashee Rice back, this game. That's a good thing. They got to get their running game going a little bit. Their defense has been playing pretty good all season. They've just been in real close games. I think Mahomes is starting to kind of round back into the form of what we know him as. You know what I'm saying? He's fifth in the league or sixth in the league in passing yards right now. So, I think he's coming back into form. Him getting another receiver is going to help everybody kind of fall into place now. Dudes who are overplaying their position, you know what I'm saying? They were stepping up because people were out. Now they can fall back down to the number two guy. Now that number two guy can fall back down to the third guy in the slot. And I think that helps. I think that opens up stuff for Kelsey. But I think it'll be closer than anticipated just because the Raiders always play the Chiefs hard.
I'm going to keep this very simple. Okay. Geno Smith is not him. All right. He's not him. I've been saying that since day one. Seattle, whatever y'all want to say. He was not good then. He got carried by a Seattle team. Okay. So, Kansas City at Arrowhead. They look like they found their way back to the game last week and finally played a complete football game. Mahomes looks phenomenal. The last couple of games, he's taken really good care of the football this year, which is awesome. He's not having to take as many risks. Kelsey looks like he found his rhythm back again, which is fantastic. He's actually catching the rock. Listen, I don't see this being the Raiders' time to say, hey, I'm taking this game from you. They're not going to surprise anybody or anything like that. I think KC knows very well what's going to happen here. It's a divisional rivalry game, obviously. No, this is KC's game, but 12.5 points is absolutely absurd. in a divisional game. 12.5 points is absurd, and if you're not going with those points, you're crazy. I will say that.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, we could talk about Geno a lot, and Geno has not played great this year. I think he has like 1,500 yards passing already. Mm-hmm. He's going over for I think 220 a game right now. Still,
he's leading the league in picks, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably leading. That's what I was going to bring up too. He's 7 for 10. He's 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's where it flips bad. He's 66% completion percentage. I mean, so he's completing the ball. He's just making some really bad throws. And I'm not sure why is he trying to fit the ball into places where he, trying to win games. What's going on? Not really sure. But
trying to do too much.
Yeah, when we look at it, the Chiefs, man, last week they showed me when they beat Detroit because they end up costing me money. So that it kind of taught me my lesson. Don't go against Mahomes again for a while because Mahomes, I think he only has like 1 interception. Is that 10 or 11 touchdowns, 1 interception, something like that? I mean, 2 interceptions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I mean, he's killing them this year. He's really holding that team together at this point in time. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs. There's no other way around that one. But I think it might be a little bit of a closer game than what any of us may think it may be too. Because I think that Geno's not. He's playing bad, but he's actually
best defensive QB. You got to see. Meaning he gonna play. Yeah, that's messed up.
It's looking bad over there for him. I ain't gonna lie. It's looking bad for Geno right now.
Hey, he knows where the defenders are. He throws it there all the time, man. Yeah. I'm really impressed.
Jesus. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Let's go around the horn, man.
Yeah, if you look at all my Facebook posts when Geno was on the Seahawks, you see I'm mad at Geno every single week. But I love Geno still. I still love him. And I think Max Crosby, he's gonna have his big game against the Chiefs. He ain't blown up in a couple weeks. I still got the Raiders. Genty got his stance back. I still got the Raiders.
Easy.
Straight up? Raiders straight up?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got the Raiders completely.
As good as that sounds, man. I'm still gonna go with the Chiefs, man. I think Genty's gonna have a good game, though. I think the downfall is gonna be Geno throwing a pick in a crucial time, and that'll be the game. I think the Raiders will, they'll probably step up emotionally and play pretty decent because it's a rivalry game. But I think Geno's going to throw a big pick and it's going to crush it, and the Chiefs going to get up out of there with a win.
LT.
Yeah, man's going to wake up from this dream that Geno's that dude one day, man. One day it's going to happen, and I'm going to be there for it, and I'm going to be there to hug you, man, and tell you welcome to the
Raiders.
crew.
Do they play the Saints this year?
Hey, if they do, it's the toilet bowl, so I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Hey, Chiefs all day.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty easy one around the horn, but because the Raiders right now. Did you pick the Raiders, man? I know you didn't pick the Raiders.
Yeah, I picked the Raiders.
I thought you were going with the spread. I was going to be like, hey, I get it.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, Vegas is
Vegas Raiders. Geno.
This is crazy, man. There's no
Vegas
way.
Is in. Spread is atrocious.
Okay. Hey, it is what it is, man. You've been pretty staunch about the Raiders this year. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? They look horrible, but there's some bright spots there. Genty is starting to, Genty's starting to.
Don't get me wrong, they look horrible.
You know what I mean? But Genty's like, since he's gotten his stance back, he has picked up. I think I got like 280 yards since he's gotten his stance back, over 4 or 5 yards a carry, whatever he's at right now. As far as since he's gotten his stance back, but we'll see if that really can help them down the line because it doesn't look good right now for the Raiders, man. I'm just gonna say that. All right, we're going to start off with you right here, VZ. We got the Colts and we got the Chargers, man. How are we looking with the Colts and Chargers?
I think this is going to be in my opinion, this probably got potential to be game of the week right here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. Herbert didn't he's up on one of his ups right now instead of being in that middling to low part. I really like their receiving core when they're, when everybody's clicking, as long as Quentin Johnson ain't dropping no passes. Vidal stepped up, played pretty good at running back. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to add a veteran at some point, to get in there to spell him. I really do. I'm still waiting for Daniel Jones to fall back down to earth, but damn it, it don't look like it's going to happen. His defense, that defense is playing really good, and at worst come to worst, you got Jonathan Taylor. You just get a ball to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that team is set up for Trent Dilfer like quarterback play. We don't need you to do the most. We need you to not lose Don't throw an interception at the wrong time. Scramble if you have to. Throw the ball away. All those cliche things. They don't need him to throw 300-something yards. They got decent receivers, and if another quarterback was there that was better, that would probably be more feasible. But they don't need him to do a lot. And I think his time in New York, it was like, look, I'm going to do exactly what y'all asked me to do. I'm not going to do nothing else because I know what the other end of that stick feels like. I'm leaning the more explosive offense. I'm going with the Chargers, but I really like the Colts defense. I think somebody gonna win this by a field goal. I can't call it though, not yet.
LT.
You know, it's interesting you said that as far as that game that we see Daniel Jones kind of come back to reality, right? Kind of fall from stardom a little bit. I thought last week was that game, right? Whenever he played against the Cardinals, he went down, and then you're like, oh man, that's it. They lost it. They lost that Superman shield. Marches down the field, scores a game-winning touchdown, and looks excellent doing it too. It wasn't like they got lucky, dink and dunk, run those screen passes.
It was because of him.
It was because of him that they won that ball game. Daniel Jones has honestly made me a believer this season already, just by the way that he's played. And we're only 6 games into the season, and he's playing at an extremely high level. He's playing at a higher level right now than Herbert, in my opinion. Okay. Now,
for sure.
That being said, who has the better defense, right? In my opinion, the Colts. Who has the better line? In my opinion, the Colts. Who has the better skill positions? That's where it gets interesting.
Yes.
Okay, because at that point you could say the Chargers, right? And I think everybody would agree with that.
Minus the running back.
Exactly. So this is a tough one, man. Like you said, this is a game of the week. Easy, in my opinion, especially with all the toilet bowls that we've already gone over. Man, you know, this is going to come down to a field goal. Who has the better kicker? I like Dicker. Dicker, the kicker. You know, he's a great kicker. But when it comes down to it right now, I have a lot of trust in Daniel Jones. If he has the ball at the end of the game, he's proven he can win it. He's going to get the chance to win it at the end, and he's going to do it again. Colts come out.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a tough one right here. I do feel like both of these quarterbacks are both playing really well. Daniel Jones is playing better. He's averaging 71. He's 71%. You know, I mean, completion percentage. I mean, it just is what it is.
Crazy.
Yeah, take care of the ball. He's more passing yards, not by much, but he has more passing yards. The biggest difference in this game is the run game. I think Taylor over there, he's got over 600 yards rushing. I believe maybe number 1 in the league in rushing.
He's either 1 or 2.
Yeah, he's up there. You know, in the league.
Takes all the pressure off.
Yeah, a lot of it off. But when you're playing the way you're playing, I think that 2 or 3 of his receivers he's spreading that ball out well. But no, who's spreading the ball even better is Herbert. Herbert has 3 receivers. I think they have over 300 yards. 3 receivers over 300 yards. You're spreading the ball. I mean, you got the McConkey. I think one of them, Quentin
Johnson.
I think he's questionable for the game. Yeah. So it might be without him, but I think they'll have enough receivers to make sure that everything's good when it comes to that. But me personally, I'm gonna have to go with the Colts myself. I think the Colts gonna pull this one off. Let's go around the horn on this one right here. LT.
Colts.
VZ.
Colts got a better running game, and I really like the rookie tight end that they got. That's a nice security blanket for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has been playing Superman ball right now. I'm going with the Colts.
Man,
I think the Chargers is just it really depends. If it's gonna be a shootout, I got the Chargers. If it's gonna be close game, all game, then I got the Colts. So I think, as rough as that is,
you say
Daniel. I hate Daniel Jones. I'm going Colts, but I hate Daniel Jones, man. Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna stick with the Colts as well. I think they got this game for some reason. I don't know why, but it's kind of where I'm at with it, man. Everybody else already went already.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna start this one off because we're going with the next champions of the Super Bowl. Who's going to win? Who's going to knock this? Go ahead and win the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be the Denver Broncos. We got Broncos versus the Giants. And I don't think this is even going to be a game, folks. I'm going to be honest from the start right now. I think I'm not going to say we're going to blow them out, but I believe that it'll probably be like, 25-14 or somewhere around there. I think that's where we're at with this game right here. I I look at our defense. Our defense is, I think Bonita, I think he's maybe number 1 in sacks, or he's up there. He has like 8 sacks already this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's killing them. I mean, our defense, I think we had 9 sacks last game or something like that. You know, don't get me, but we're one of the best defenses in the league right now. Our offense is decent, serviceable. It gets the job done. I think we'll get rolling later. Hopefully Bo Nix can kind of get the offense rolling a little bit later on. But I just don't see the Giants beating us, even with how Jackson Dart's playing, even with, how Scatterboo's playing. I just don't see them beating us. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with you, VZ.
I think this game is gonna shine light on where Jackson Dart lacks as a passer. He's going up against a really, really, really good defense, particularly
defense in the league.
Hypothetically, but you know what I'm saying, he's going up against a really good defense. He's got some good corners. Patrick Surtain is going to shut down one side of the field. I either see this being a very heavy, option read game for him in Cam Scatterboo, or the tight end Theo Johnson catching 8-9 balls, because I don't think his receivers, and then plus all his receivers is hurt. So I don't think none of the receivers is going to be able to get off against this Broncos defense. The Broncos offense is a little shaky and questionable, but I think they
good run game.
Yeah. I think they can, you know what I'm saying? They can figure it out. I think they can do enough to win this
game. LT.
Jackson Dart. Okay, let's start with him. He's a cocky dude.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's going against probably, I think we can all agree, the best secondary, right, in the league, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure I would agree with
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
I got you.
Right? That's easy, in my opinion. They're 1 or 2. I get that. I get a couple of other teams too, maybe. But that being said, you got a real cocky, very young quarterback, pretty inexperienced. He's going to try and push the issue a couple of times, and he's going to throw the ball into mistake areas.
Yeah.
I.e. Surtain. Okay, you don't throw it his way. He has it on lock. He's going to try and force a couple of balls in there. That's going to be the difference of this game, in my opinion, because I don't think Denver is going to score 1,000 points on you. They don't need to. Their defense is so elite. They don't need to. But they can. And I'm not saying they can't, because they can, but they control the clock, right? They control the run game. They don't really kill you with these deep passes. They'll methodically drive on you, which I think is genius for the way that their team is set up this season. They're really, really good, man. They're really, really good. They've made me a believer. I know I told Wes 100 times, I just don't believe in it. I believe in them at this point in the season, man. I really do. I've changed my tune on them. I think they win this game very, very easily. And another team that plays like absolute horrific dog trash on the road is the Giants. So this is not going to go well for them.
Man. You got as the next Super Bowl champions clash against the Giants. What do you have in this game?
I'm gonna start with somebody asked who's the worst and best player in the league right now. I'm gonna say Tariq Woolen is the worst player in the league. Tariq Woolen is the worst player in the NFL, and then JSN is the best. Anyways, the Giants.
Justin Fields. I'm going Justin Fields is the worst.
Gardner. I'm gonna say Sauce is the worst right now.
Sauce is really bad.
Oh,
he's been terrible this season. I'm a big fan of his. Terrible. I think he's the worst player. Easy. I think
all them holding and PIs that they let him get away with that first year. They're not doing it no more. Now he's getting cooked.
He's easily the worst. Baker's the best this season so far, in my opinion.
I give you that. Yeah.
Give that too.
JSN got Sam Darnold looking like a superstar, but but about this Giants and Broncos game, I think is really just if we're gonna say the Broncos beat the Jets by 2 points. And then the Giants, who's a better team, goes against the Broncos, is just the same thing. I think that's crazy to say. The Broncos offense against the Giants defense, who is a much better defense. That D line is monstrous. That front seven is monstrous. And the Giants after that last game with Dart, I think that whole locker room is on his back right now. Like they die over him. and that makes me I got the Giants because of that.
Ooh, I saw this coming. All right.
I knew this was coming. Yeah.
Just the way his picks are going tonight.
There's
I saw
no way. Yeah, there's no way that's happening. I'll tell you right now. I mean, he's had one game for over 200 yards, man. The rest of them, he hasn't really done a lot. He has one game with 2 picks. I don't see him.
The Saints, by the way.
And his longest pass is 35 yards, which is probably yak. You know what I'm saying? You know, yards after, you know, right, so. Yeah. He's not throwing the ball downfield. This is his 3rd game playing, so you should have something that's moved a little further than that by now. But I don't think he still doesn't have probably the confidence. But he doesn't have his receivers either. We'll give him that. But I think we're gonna show him a lot of looks that he has not seen this year. So I definitely feel like the Broncos are gonna take this. I think our offense might, hopefully we can catch a groove, and Sean Payton can show us what his guru status of being a quarterback's kind of a guru. We can get that and get our passing game kind of going a little bit. Bo Nix is not doing bad. I think he's like 66% completions. He's not doing bad. It just is not. We're just not able to score touchdowns, obviously, for some strange reason. But I'm definitely going Broncos. Round the horn, VZ.
I got the Broncos, bottom line.
LT.
Broncos. We can skip, man.
I'm right now, you know what I'm saying?
You already know what you on, bro.
You just picking anybody right now.
I got the Giants, because I think Jackson Dart is just he's going to be going by the run. I think he's going to be killing I just don't think he's going to be trying to pass it as much. I think he's going to go on his feet. He has like 10 rushes every game. And if he can get more than 12 points, he beats the Broncos. So
12 points. We just that was just one game. Sometimes we play to the level of our competition. It was like, we don't need 13 points, man. What's this dude gonna do? It's nothing. We weren't worried about it too much. Scatterboo is not gonna do what he's done versus other teams just because he's not gonna have that kind of room. We play real defense. Yeah, he's a smash mouth player, but we got smash mouth players too. Our defenses are dogs. I don't know nobody in the league right now. They got a better defense than us right now. This is just my personal opinion. I think defense wins games. That's why you guys beat us. Seahawks beat us in that one Super Bowl because of defense. It wasn't anything else. Then we came back, got our defense right. We won a Super Bowl. That's just kind of how it goes. But let's move on to the next game here. We got the Packers and we got the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with you, man, on this one right here. Who you got? We got the Packers and the Cardinals.
The Cardinals have absolutely no chance. It's a dumpster fire organization. They don't know how to use anyone on their team. Kyler Murray, I love Kyler Murray too, but he's not a good quarterback.
He needs to sit.
Yeah, he probably just done. He probably need to play baseball or something. He's so inconsistent. Like he could either be, he's like Bryce Young, basically. He's either going to be super great for you or he's going to be super horrible. Marvin Harrison Jr. is being wasted over there because of that same reason. And then, it's just the Packers is a dominant team, and they're going to try to take the lead in that division.
Let me ask you a question, man, on this real quick.
What's up?
So, what did you think about Brissett? Did you think because the way he was looking out there, I'm like, this might be the guy who I haven't seen Kyler Murray throw for 300 yards, and I don't know how long. He's a 200 to 170 yard passer, pretty much. Yeah. And Brissett looked like a real quarterback you can allow your receivers to actually start getting comfortable and play with. And eventually, I think that Marvin Harris will probably,
I wouldn't trust Brissett for too much. I don't think that's a consistent thing that can keep going on
for a reason.
Yeah, I think that's like something like
if
your quarterback goes down, okay, boom, we have somebody behind him. I don't think that's something where it's going to be every game he's going for 200-300 and winning the game, doing something.
Let me say this before I pass on. We got to look at it like this. You got Kyler Murray, who started 5 games this year. He has 962 yards. 962 yards. It's 192 yard per game average. 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You got Brissett, who's played in 1 game this year. It's 320 yards. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has a third of the yards you already have in just 1 game. Took you 5 to get. This is what I'm talking about. If you can't move the ball, but don't get me wrong, he's won some of the games during that time, but I don't want to hold it up too long. But the Cardinals have getting spanked. The last 4 games, they've lost their last 4 games. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But VC, what do you think about this debacle?
I think the numbers are going to look better, especially for Marvin Harrison Jr. with Brissett in there, at least right now. I think his numbers is going to look better. I think, just obviously talent-wise, roster to roster, the Packers is, to me, they have a better roster. I don't know if are they still missing receivers? Is Golden playing? And, is everybody playing?
As far as I see right here, they got Matthew Golden. He's playing Romeo. Nobody.
Is Jacobs playing? Because he's questionable.
He's questionable right now. But man, who is their receivers? I think Man made a point about this. He said they got a bunch of twos.
They got a bunch of number twos. Yeah.
Baldwins.
The only person who has a whole bunch of Doug Baldwins. The only person who has the potential to be number one is dude they just drafted, Matthew Golden. I think I think if you give him some time, he works there with J Love. They should, he should probably end up separating himself from that pack. To be honest, I don't really care who win this game. The Cardinals don't really move me, and I despise the Packers now because they got Micah Parsons, who hasn't looked that great on the team. Just throwing that out there. I think the Packers is going to win this, though. I think the Packers is going to win this pretty handily, but I think that Brissett will probably earn his next backup job with this game.
LT.
I think Brissett's easily going to earn a paycheck for the future with the way he plays in this game. He doesn't make unnecessary risks most of the time. He'll methodically drive. He'll do the kind of 5 to 10 yard passes, not necessarily dink and dunk, but that kind of short to intermediate range. That's his bread and butter. He does very well with that. Look, the team's going to rally around him for sure, but they're going to rally around him towards a loss. All right. And I'm not saying it's going to be a crazy game to where the Packers beat the crap out of them, because I can't say that. Packers are another team that they go on the road and they play like trash. Okay. They went to the Browns, who are a dumpster fire this season. We can all agree on that. They lost 13-10. They went to Dallas, who is another dumpster fire this season. We'll get to that here shortly, Weezy. They're another dumpster fire. You could join me on that one. Hey, you could join me on that one. All right. But here's the thing, right? You're looking at a team that doesn't play well on the road. This is a perfect chance for them to get back on the road terms. They're playing a team that is not, they can't even put 4 quarters together. Okay. They play, this is another team that plays great for a half, and then they just turn to mush when you're talking about the Cardinals. Okay. They play very good. Typically they'll have the lead. Brissett had them in a position to win this last game. They should have won. Then Daniel Jones beat you. Okay. That's not good for you as a Cardinals organization. Okay. Brissett's going to have his moments in this game. He's going to keep this close. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think because it's on the road, but Packers are still going to pull it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the Packers. I got Jordan Love. He got 70%. I think he's at 70% completion percentage, somewhere around there. I mean, he's balling. He got 1,200 yards. I think he's only played 5 games. Most people have already played 6. So I mean, he's balling. He's probably have 14, 15. I think he's at 250 yards a game right now. So he'd probably be closer to 1,500 yards. I mean, 1,500 yards on the season. So I mean, he'd be one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now in passing, had it not been for the fact they've had a bye week. They're 3-1-1. You can't really take a lot from. They tied one game, but I think that was some weird stuff going on because who's tying 40-40 with the Dallas Cowboys at a time like this? I don't see that really happening. It was strange to me. You know what I mean? I felt like, it was something weird that got done right there.
Weird the way it ended.
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, 3-1-1 with 2 more games, they're top. They're one of the top teams in their division. I mean, just overall because reality, that one game that they tied doesn't really count for anything to a degree. So they're 3-1. So they're looking good right now. And I picked them to be one of the top teams in the NFC this year already. So like I said, I just don't see anyone really, especially not the Cardinals beating them. Cardinals are not very good. I mean, you got Brissett. Brissett looked good. He looked better than Kyler Murray to me. I'm not really a Kyler Murray fan. Right. The most yards he's thrown for this year is 220. He did it twice. Other than that, he's like 160 something. He just he can't lead your team that way. But I'm going to go with the Packers, man. Let's go ahead and head around the horn on this one. Man.
Yeah, I got the Pack. Easy.
BZ.
I got the Packers 24-17.
That's a close game.
Yeah.
LT, the guru.
Packers 30-24.
Okay, now that's pretty 30-24. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I don't have a score on it, but if anything, I would say it's probably gonna be like I don't want to take your score, so I'll say like 31, just to kind of throw it off. 31 to like 19 or 22. I don't really see Brissett blowing it up this game. I know he threw for 320, but they don't have a running game. You really can't. You can just tee off on him pretty much and just see what they can come up with as far as a running. I think their running back's out for the season, isn't he? The running back for the I think he's out for the season.
Oh, Connor and Benson. Benson is on IR, but he's coming back. But Connor's out for the season.
So when you look at it, they're going to have an issue. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much going to tee off on the passing game if it's me. So let's go ahead. This next one right here we got for you guys, man, I think it's a pretty important game to one of our hosts here on the show. Beezy, we got your Cowboys playing the Commanders right now. I'm going to be honest with you. They're pretty much the same team right now. You got the Commanders at 3-3. You guys are 2-3-1. What do you see? You know what I mean, what's your take on this week's game?
I think it's going to be a good divisional game, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, looking back, last year, at the beginning of the season, I mean, we beat the Commanders both games last year. I was with, Jaden Daniels. And much hasn't changed from either team as far as talent-wise. You know what I'm saying? You can run on us a lot. They don't have an established running back yet. I think what's the dude, the Jaworski Moore, whatever his name is, mm-hmm. I think he's going to be okay. But, I mean, he's, in my opinion, not probably as good as Rico Dowdle. And Rico Dowdle ain't like a world beater. You know what I'm saying? Like, no Austin Eckler. They're going to be like running back by committee. I'm not going to say Jaden Daniels looks bad this season. It's just that everything went right for him last year. Like, everything kind of just fell into place. The Hail Mary game against, the Bears. Like, it was just all the football gods was leaning towards him, having like a little coming out party. I like our offense as a whole over there. Obviously, I can't trust our defense to stop nobody or hold nothing under 30. I feel like if we can score first and get a crucial stop, maybe a third down or something to get the ball back, then we can, I don't know if CD is going to play. To be honest, I don't know if that matters because, Pickens been looking like a world beater. I'm hoping we can get, like, Turpin back because he's, like, our little gadget guy, and he brings some juice in the return game. If we can get him back, because that can be the difference. Him having a punt return or a kick return or something like that can kind of blow the top off the game. I think it's going to be close, though. I think Jaden Daniels is going to have killer numbers, most quarterbacks against us. I think Dak is going to play well. I hope that our running game outplays theirs because last week was a kind of come down for Javonte Williams. He didn't really do good last week. I didn't know that Miles Sanders was out for the season until last week. They just put him on IR. So that means that Jaden Blue is going to get some plays in there. I think he's a real overhyped 5th-round pick. I don't see nothing really too special about him. But I think we can eke this one out, but it's going to be a high-scoring game that we win on like a last possession stop.
LT.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to take this one. I haven't really been nice to Cowboys recently. I mean, I'll give them some grace. They just lost to a team that would win the Super Bowl if every game was played at home. It's interesting, right? Because you look at this, and I've been saying this all season. To be honest, I've been saying this all year long. Daniels is fantastic. Okay, he's an excellent quarterback, Heisman winner. I love the guy, LSU product, right? Go Tigers. You run out of magic at a certain point to where you can't really just rely on that fourth quarter comeback every single week, right? Every single game. This is another one like that. They don't play well away from home. They're 1-2 away from home. They're playing at the Cowboys. It's going to be close, but the Cowboys are going to take this one. Dak's playing too well right now to lose at home. They need this game. This is going to be a very loud place. The fans in Dallas, by the way, BZ knows what I'm talking about when I say this. They're very unforgiving. If you lose this game, you lose them. So they are going to be loud. They're going to show you they're there still. But if you lose this game, they're done. The players are going to show up. The coaching is going to show up. Dak's going to show up. Cowboys win.
All right, man.
So the thing about the Commanders and Cowboys is the Commanders got an old team. Like, I get they're trying to pay players. They picked up Marshawn Lattimore and Von Miller. They re-signed Bobby Wagner, got Laramie Tunsil. The Deebo Samuel. They got a bunch of players that are old, injured. Even Austin Eckler, like, even though he's hurt, it's just like, and then you see Deebo and Terry McLaurin are questionable. it's not looking good for Jane Daniels at all. It looks very rough. It's not much you can do there. Cowboys offense has been looking crazy, and they're going against a hurt offense in itself. So, yeah, this is one of those ones where, it's just Jane Daniels. Can he make it happen? He's having a sophomore slump right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Cowboys. I think Cowboys is just going to smack them up. I don't think so.
I've been seeing a lot from the Commanders is that he's played well in spite of some of the things that's kind of been going on around him. He's had his number one receiver out the last couple of weeks, and he still played well. They only lost by 1 point when he played against the Bears. I mean, he's only completing 62% of his passes, which kind of is a cause for concern. But I think he only has 1 interception, 7-1 or something like that. We can look at this as kind of a sophomore slump, but it could just be trials and tribulations that they're going through as a team. A lot of their players are out. They found a little bit around him. Yeah, they found a bright spot in the running back. I think he's a rookie running back, that Krosky Merritt. Yeah, they found a bright spot there. And when they get their receivers back, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to play good ball. I don't see the big drop off from him that you would expect from a quarterback where you can turn around and look at him like, okay, you was a fraud. Yeah. I don't see that yet from him. You know what I mean? So they're 3-3 in spite of having, you got a bunch of your best players out. You had a lot of, kind of turmoil. He was out for 2 games. They were able to go 1-1 during those games. Mariota kind of held it together at that time. So, I mean, he's 2-2 on the season. His personal record. I mean, this next game against Dallas, I'm gonna be honest, man. I bet on Dallas so many times this year. They let me down, man. That's why I kind of have to, what I mean? I take things personally. When y'all bet on you and you let me down, I kind of got to look at you side eye. Like, I don't know if you can, but it's tough for me to. I think CD might be coming back this week. Possibility is that?
Yeah, he had a limited practice.
Limited practice. I saw that as well. He might come back. If CD comes back, I'm gonna go Dallas. But no CD, I'm going Commanders. That's my pick. I'm sorry. I know that's kind of ambiguous right there, but what I mean. But that's what I would say. I just don't see. I mean, Dallas is just not proving. You guys lost to the Panthers, man. The Panthers.
Why you guys say it like that?
It's just the truth. I was hot. I bet on y'all like 3 of the tickets. I'm hot about that. I was hot about that, man. You know what I mean? CD to come back, man, and make this happen. They need him. Pickens is killing me. Like I told
Agreed, Doc.
Don't run CD. You don't need to rush
before.
Let Pickens and them boys get out there.
Pickens is a real legitimate number 1 receiver. Yeah. I saw him when he was playing over in Steelers. Every time Russ got in trouble, he just threw the ball Pickens' way. Pickens made it happen. Yep. I mean, so right now you get both of those two playing. I know your defense is crap, but it can possibly be something that that makes sense for you guys. But let's go ahead and go around the horn. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go Dallas if CD Lamb comes back. That's my weird bet. But okay, VZ.
I still think this is a good game. Like, this is a perfect storm for Jaden Daniels to kind of shake off. You know what I'm saying? Shake off what the quote unquote slump he's been having. Because I agree with you. I don't think he's been having a slump. This team isn't as good around him because he's been making do with some backup parts. This is as good as any game to look like Superman again against our offense. Our linebackers are horrible. So I think that even if he doesn't kill us in the air, he's going to have a lot of scramble yards and say we can't get no pressure on them. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to have a lot of time to sit back there and kill us offensively. With that being said, if we can get CD back, and like I said, I think Turpin, if he can come back, special teams, that makes a big difference in this game because that'll give us an extra score, extra possession to keep the defense off the field a little bit longer or just keep us up a little bit more. I think the Cowboys can get this one.
LT.
CD, no CD, it doesn't matter. Dallas can win this game. Dallas going to win this game. CD. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I like the way you talking.
That's how you feel. Okay. Man.
Yeah, Commanders got too much loss on their offense. I don't see them winning this one. I got the Cowboys too.
And I was, I kind of want to, but I just don't, man. Cowboys, man, they just let you down. They let you down, brother. I ain't gonna lie. I bet on y'all a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna let him finish. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders, though, man. I'm not trying to spite you. Not trying to spite you. I promise you. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've watched this young boy, man, win games I didn't think he could win. He beat the Chargers the other week, and I'm thinking you're not going to beat the Chargers. You don't even have your number one receiver. You just came back off of being hurt. He beat the Chargers, and he just goes up against these other, against the Bears. Yeah, he lost by 1 point, but 1 point loss, man, in a game where you're really a young dude. You ain't really showed us anything, but you've shown us that you're better than C.J. Stroud. I mean, at this point in time, you've shown me more than what C.J. Stroud shown me. And he was good his first year or so, 2 years ago. He showed, but right now, this little young dude has shown more poise under the conditions he's had to play under than even C.J. Stroud, in my personal opinion. He's out of all the young boys, he's the best one as far as just showing up, even when you don't have anything to work with. He has nothing to really work with on his team.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel's good, don't get me wrong, but he's not a number one receiver. You're not, you're really a running back / receiver. Now I just don't see it, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Commanders, man. I can't front on this one. I can't go with y'all no more. I can't do it, brother. Y'all lost me too much money. I can't keep going down this trail with y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right, man.
CJ Stroud had the same things happening to him last year too, though. He lost
and he fell apart.
He lost Stephon Diggs.
What happened is the NFL will also got tape on you now.
Yeah,
now they know your tendencies. They know the things that you like to do. You was a rookie. They was trying to figure it out. Like, oh, okay, we learning on the fly. Now we can study that tape of that first season. We know what you like to do when you get pressured. You know what I'm saying? We know which way you like to roll to. You know what I mean? We know what things get you rattled, what situations you do good in, what situations you don't. Now the defense is just honing in. What makes a great player is they can adjust to people making adjustments against them.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock Stroud, but I'm just saying. I mean, to me, man, this young dude, man, has shown me more poise than what I've seen games this year. The Stroud's supposed to win. He didn't. Let me down. When you let me down, I hold grudges. That's just what it is, folks. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next game, man. We got the Falcons and we got the Niners. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with you, LT. LT, who you got? You got the Falcons and the Niners.
Yeah, I hope the Falcons lose every game in the regular season, the off season. I don't care when it is. All right, I hate that team with a passion. Listen, they played really well this last week. They're going to San Fran, who just had to play Tampa. Right? They kind of showed that they're kind of depleted, and they get caught up with them finally. This is a tough one, man. Look. Quarterback's playing really well in Jones. In my opinion, I think he's playing probably the best football on that team at this point. I think they're playing well, honestly. Even being injured as much as they are, I still feel like they're playing okay. Good enough to win. Obviously, they're 4-2, and they're as banged up as they are. There's clearly talent there. I think they're in. Hey, Doc has a very good point. The running back, Bijan, fantastic for Atlanta, right? That dude is a stone cold killer, the way he runs the football. And that's honestly the only reason I think this is close. I think they can control the clock and keep it very, very downhill in the running game. Just keep it between the tackles, and I think they have a really good chance at winning this game. I hate to say this, man, and I hate this with every bone in my being. I think Atlanta wins. I think they go to Niner country. I think they get the dub, and yeah, I hate every second of that.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know how you see it being as close as you think it is. Everyone on the 49ers is injured. The entire team is hurt. This team is not a team no more. Like they're done. The Falcons found their groove.
Done.
And they're doing, like, defensively and offensively, they look like a decent team. Like they're not, they're not going crazy, but they're like a decent team. Defensively, yes. Offensively, found it a little bit. Niners, they have no choice but to give up now. Like they might as well just start trading people. They were talking about Christian McCaffrey in the slot. They're done. They're done. The team's done. Falcons. Not Niners gang. Fat Sam said Niner gang. It's not Niner gang. What is he talking about?
Hey, Beezy.
Niner gang in the hospital. All right, Niner gang all in the hospital.
They're all in the hospital.
That's where they at.
I wanna ask a question to you, LT. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
Yeah, I have. I have. I actually like Atlanta as a city. I don't mind it.
I was gonna say I have been to some fine establishments
Yes,
in Atlanta.
I have too.
They
I've been
were-
to some
they
very
were
good,
very-
very good F
I've
clubs.
definitely been to
Very
some
good
fine
F
There's some
clubs.
wonderful
Atlanta,
people
bro.
down there in Atlanta for you to be
Absolutely.
talking this
They have
crazy. I'm
beautiful
like,
yams.
"You to Atlanta?"
Beautiful yams.
Okay,
in
all
Atlanta.
right, all
Okay.
right.
Nice.
If you
You got
look,
nice kids. Yeah,
if you
I'm
like
Not even
vegetables,
gonna front on
if you
that.
like
Okay, I
vegetables,
get it.
definitely gonna say Atlanta's a place to go.
if you like
Atlanta's
vegetables,
great
it's a
for
lot of
nightlife.
yams.
Okay,
It's
but
a
for
lot of
football,
yams going
I
around
hope
there.
they
I'm just
lose
saying.
every game they play.
I'm
Every
just saying.
game they
Look,
play.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get blinded. You know what I mean? I'm not paying attention to the Falcons. I'm just saying. Just going there. I was curious if you've ever been and seen the things.
Oh yeah,
that
I actually like Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've got off that, I think the biggest loss to the 49ers was Fred Warner. He was gonna be like the glue of that defense, that team, really. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's like the heart of that team. Offensively, Mac Jones was making do. You still got Christian McCaffrey. He's got a connection with Kendrick Bourne. So I think offensively they could have made pieced it together and it would have been fine. Without Fred Warner, that to me that hurts the most. That hurts the most. I think that he's the signal caller on defense. That throws their defense into disarray. And I don't think that they can overcome that. Coming out the backfield, he's probably going to be somebody that's matching up with Bijan if he's, swing routes and stuff like that. Without that, you putting some backup in, I think the Falcons offense is going to be, particularly Bijan, is going to be what hurts them this game. I think the Falcons win this one probably a little bit more handily than people assume. I think the 49ers are obviously just going to have like a mystique to their name, and you know what I'm saying, as of right now, and what their defense is used to be. And a lot of people are going to notice that there's a gaping hole there without 54.
They just can't get too cute. As long as Atlanta doesn't
can't do too much. They just have to stick to the game plan. Yes. If it calls for the dump off, then check it down. Like you said, if they don't get too cute, I think they win this one running away. Yeah. But it's the Falcons, so we don't know.
I'm gonna say, one thing I can see just from looking at the stats, man, is that the Niners, whoever they plug in at quarterback, they're both throwing the ball really, really well. I mean, you look at Mac Jones averaging, in 4 games, they're averaging 313, yards per game. You got Purdy, who's averaging 293. So they're throwing the ball well, but 2 of their top receivers are out, for this game, or at least questionable, I should say, for the game. So if those receivers don't play, they really have no chance. It's other than that, we've been talking down on the Niners every week, and they performed. They got beat last week, but they've come out and they performed with a depleted cast of characters who they got to field every single week. So at some point in time, we got to give them their respect. If you winning, you winning. That's a W is a W. I know we don't want to give them their respect here because we got a Seahawks fan on here who really doesn't want them to be good. But if they can get some of their, Fred Warner's a huge loss. He leads their team in tackles.
Yeah, he
leads their team in tackles. Everyone knows that he's a dog out there. Period. But at the same time, can we rely on a team that got beat 30-0 by the Panthers? Panthers beat the Falcons 30-0, man.
Yes,
it's tough for me. It's tough for me to.
Hey, that's the same Falcons team that just beat the out of the Bills.
But the Bills just got beat by the Patriots. Can I trust you? Who are you really? I've gotten to this season as a who are you season to me, because I don't know who any of these teams are. No one's shown up and said that except for the Denver Broncos, has shown up and said that we are here to win and this is what's going to happen. Nobody else has done that in my eyes. So this game, you know what, man? Just shake it up a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Niners, man. Let's go around the horn and see what we got going on.
I'm always good with going against Atlanta. Always good.
LT.
I want to go with the Niners, but I'm not. I'm going with the Falcons.
Easy.
I'm going Falcons this game.
Man.
Yeah,
he said get beat by a backup quarterback. I don't even know who he's talking about right now.
Block
he gets a text.
Block him.
But anyways, the Niners. Why do you want to say the Niners? Their team has nobody left. Their whole team
their whole team is hurt, man. It's bad. Their whole team is basically
like what they 4-1, 4-2,
4-2.
Man. They're not sorry.
And they've been missing their team for a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
like they started off with no receivers.
No, they have not.
Look, as long as Atlanta doesn't get cute, they're going to win this game.
They started off with no receivers. Third game, they lost their tight end. Fourth game, they lost Bosa. Fifth game, they lost Fred Warner. This is not the same team.
Still 4-2.
And they still 4-2.
Oh my God! Yeah, because they lost Fred Warner last week. They didn't lose.
What's the Seahawks record again? What is that?
4-2.
4-2. And y'all are completely healthy, right?
Yeah, everybody. Got everybody.
No, we're not. We're not healthy.
Who you guys ain't got?
Our whole DB room is hurt. Our whole DB
You said that Rick Warren was this Rick Woolen, whatever his name is. You said he was the worst player in the league. Don't you play
over there?
DBs over there.
Witherspoon.
I'm just messing with you, man. Hey,
Sam, you have a point, man. They're still winning. They're still winning.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't gonna knock.
They won't be anymore. They lost everyone. They're done.
They won't be.
I got the Falcons.
All right. We already had around the horn.
Yeah.
Everybody, okay. We got the 2 Monday night games left over, man. We got the Buccaneers and we got the Lions. I'm gonna go with anybody but man on this one first because you're next. You're next. Let's go ahead. Y'all go ahead and pick whoever you want to go first, man. Y'all go ahead.
You want to go, VZ?
Let me go. I'll go. This is another one that could be a game of the week candidate. This might be one of them barn burner games. I think this probably gets into the mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? Close to the 40s. Both teams are banged up. Especially the Bucs, but that doesn't seem to be stopping Baker and what he got going on. He's still rolling right now. I know Bucky Irvin is not playing. I'm pretty sure. I know Egbuka is not playing. I know. I don't even think Mike Evans is playing. I think their whole receiver room is pretty much down. But it seems like they just plug somebody else in and they just keep going. I think that Baker is just balling right now, man. He feeling it. He got a lot of confidence in himself. His offensive line is still intact. And I mean, he's got a lot of grit to him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go get that 3rd and 14 on the scramble. You know what I mean? He ain't afraid to get out there and mix it up. But I mean, I really like the Lions running game, that 2-headed monster and Montgomery and Gibbs. You still got Jameson Williams that can take the top off. Amon-Ra can do everything underneath, and Sam Laporta is a great young tight end. They got a lot of players. They got a lot of talent. I think I give a little bit of an edge to the Buccaneers defense over the Lions defense. The Lions lost a couple things last year. I will say though that I've been super impressed with the Lions offensive line because they lost like a guard and a center retired, and I mean, and then they got injuries from the people who replaced them, and they're still just that's not like a talking point. Their offensive line is still doing their thing. I think right now I'm not going against Baker. I think Baker's going to actually get this one. I think they're going to pull it off, and I think it's going to be because of the heroics of Baker.
LT.
Yeah, it's interesting. Another team that I despise in the Buccaneers, but they're doing fantastic. Obviously, they're in my division, guys. That's why, right? I'm just talking crap. Baker's MVP right now, right? I think he's going to continue his stats. Look, Detroit's not going to stop him from scoring. It doesn't. He could have Casper at receiver. It doesn't matter. Okay, they're going to score points on this defense. It's just going to happen. It happens every week to this defense. Baker's balling out. Yeah, right on cue. Doc, absolutely. Baker is absolutely balling out at this point. He's MVP caliber. I think he's first in the league right now. I think the Bucs are the best team in football at this point.
The receiving core is depleted.
I agree.
Godwin,
I agree.
Evans, and then the rookie sensation. They all out.
And the
questionable.
Now, here's the thing, right? They're going to Detroit. Okay. Detroit at home, very different. Again, another team, very different from the way they play on home turf and the way they play away. I think Detroit's going to handle this game just because of the injuries. I think Baker is still going to ball out and continue his MVP caliber season, and I think he's still going to be the number one in voting after this game, to be honest. But I do think Detroit wins. It's going to be a lot closer than you guys are probably thinking, maybe a field goal to win the game by 1 or 2 at the end. I think Baker's going to put them in a position to win this game at the very end, and I think that you're going to see Jared Goff finally take that mantle and put the winning drive and the staple on it and get him to that next level as well in this game. And I think Detroit wins this game by 1 or 2 at the end.
Man.
Yeah, man. I think the Buccaneers, their team really is behind Baker. You know, like their whole defense is filled with players. Like their defense is stacked with Winfield and Dean and even what's his name, Davis and Vita Vea and Hassan Reddick. Their team is they got a couple players that are monsters on their defense. I think if and the MVP chance, that makes the team want to go, you know.
Everybody going harder now.
Yeah, everyone want to elevate. I think this game they want to elevate too, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to push past what's going on right now for this team. If nobody's healthy with Godwin, Evans, and Igbuka, then and no running back. The running back's hurt too. Like, you know, like it's too much. That adversity. I think Mayfield, even if he has a bad game, he should still be in MVP conversation.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Regardless, I think I got the Lions, but I think this game is going to be either big for Mayfield or it's just going to be like, okay, we can walk away with this and be like, it's expected. I got the Lions.
I'm going to say, man, I mean, just looking at the Lions and who they've actually won and lost to, they lost to Green Bay first game of the year. Okay. That's, 27-13. And they beat Chicago 52-21, beat Baltimore, beleaguered Baltimore this year 38-30, Cleveland 34-10, they won. Cincinnati 37-24, they won. KC, they lost 30-17. It's not really giving me like that this team is that you're dominant. Really, you're really beating who you're, except for Baltimore on that list.
Who they're supposed to beat.
Yeah, you're beating who you're supposed to beat right here. And the game of Baltimore was pretty close in comparison. But when you look at Jared Goff, he's 75%. He's 75% completion, almost 76% completion percentage, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, it's tough to go against them, but Baker's playing to the point to where you got two of the DBs for the Lions that are going to be either questionable or out for the game. One of them's out, and they have a lot of other DBs that are hurt on the injured reserve list. So I mean, this could be he's playing with so many backups, man. And the rookie how do you say his name? The rookie for the Buccaneers. He's questionable, and you got a young boy like that. He'll probably try to get out there and play if he can. There's a possibility. So if he can get him and then a couple other guys just to catch some passes, Baker's a winner, man. And at this point in time, I know that I'm kind of going out on a limb, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and go ahead. And I'm gonna take the Buccaneers. I probably wouldn't bet Buccaneers, but I'm gonna take the Buccaneers in this setting right here, just because. But that's what I think. But let's go ahead and go around the horn and see who got who. LT.
Yeah, like I think that whoever touches the ball last in this game wins. That's just the way this is set up. I really do think Baker's going to score, give his team a chance to win, and the defense is going to let him down. I think Detroit wins. Jared Goff kind of puts his name in the hat for MVP as well this game.
Man.
Love Mayfield. I think I love him as an MVP candidate. I got the Lions though. It's a really good team.
Yeah, easy.
I'm not going against the Mayfield Magic, man. Until he showed me that he is going to
prove me wrong.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Play down to the competition. I'm going with Baker. I think he's gonna get it done in the Bucks.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Baker as well, man. We got one more Monday night game. We got 2 Monday night games this week, which was surprising, which is cool though. You know what I mean? We got the Texans and we got the Seahawks.
I can't wait for this.
The Seahawks have been playing good. I messed up the formula this week, y'all. I messed up the formula this week. It was my bad. I messed up the formula this week, y'all. I really did. I forgot. Y'all should have reminded me. We normally let the person whose team it is, that person normally goes last after they hear all of us just beat their team down. Especially if you guys' team is all pretty much sorry, except for Man.
I know. You know what I mean? You could have told me that. You could have told me that.
My bad. I don't think your team's sorry. I think your team's actually pretty good. But let's go ahead and start this off with LT.
Yep.
Man, what do you think about this Seahawks game coming up this week?
Well, something's got to give because one of them's 1-2 away, one of them's 1-2 at home. All right, and it's the Seahawks being 1-2 at home. They don't really play well in front of the 12th man. Guess you guys don't mean that much to them anymore. Let's see. Sam Darnold is playing fantastic this year. I gave him a lot of crap in the offseason. Man's heard it since we started this, man. I've not had much faith in him. I didn't think he had anything to do with Minnesota last year anyway. Look, they play really good football, man. Seattle is playing good enough to where they're going to be in the hunt for the playoff spot as far as that division. I think they're good enough to get it done as well. I really just don't think the Texans have it, especially away from home. Texans don't have a chance in this game, man. They have a hole at quarterback, in my opinion. I don't think he's any good. I don't know what anybody's talking about when they say he's good in any way, shape, or form. I think he's very careless with the football, makes a lot of mistakes, doesn't really go through his progressions as far as reads. He really preys on that deep ball, kind of like Spencer Rattler does. I'm not impressed with the Texans in any way at all. I don't have any faith in them at all. I think Seattle wins this pretty handily. They're at home. I think they right the ship at home, and they kind of get back to their winning ways here.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go with you, VZ.
I gotta kind of agree with LT here. I'm not a fan of CJ Stroud. Outside of his rookie year, he's looked really, really bad. He does not take care of the ball. He makes horrible reads. Now it's kind of overshadowed because after 2 horrible reads, he throws a 70-yard bomb, and you're like, oh, okay, there we go. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just him, if it's scheme. He's got pretty much the same receivers. I don't know. I mean, they don't have anything skill player wise across the board to match up with the Seahawks. I mean, their running game is non-existent. Chubb is not. He's not the same player no more. Joe Mixon ain't played. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that it's going to do anything. I think the Seahawks is going to win this one pretty handily. Particularly, I think Njigba's going to get off this game and he gonna carve them up. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to ask you first before you pick, man. How does it feel having us go your way for once?
I was going to say. He was sitting there like, yep.
I'm all staring at the comments like, what are they talking about? Like, what are you talking about? They've never seen a Seahawks game in their life. Sam Darnold is Geno and White Chicks too. First of all, Sam Darnold is playing lights out, blazing, and much better than Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. I don't know what. Yeah,
Niners playing better than Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. They're both
combine them into one player. You could combine they both.
I think visually, yes. Stats maybe it's right there, but right visually,
And JSN is quarterback proof. That's why Sam Darnold looks so good. JSN is quarterback proof. That's what we see in the Raiders with Geno Smith playing so bad. JSN is great with every quarterback he played with. He's like Justin Jefferson. But the Texans team, I love the Texans. The Texans defense is monstrous, by the way. Like their pass rush with Will Anderson and
that's the only thing. And Danielle Hunter. That's the only thing I like about them.
No, man, their corners too. Their corners are beasts too. They got some top corners in the league.
Corners get tired when they on the field in 5 minutes after that.
Yeah, I get that, but if you add pass rush in between Derek Stingley Jr. and what's their other corner? Lassiter. Those are some good. That's a good defense when you have good pass rush and good coverage. That against JSN, I think JSN needs that just to see where he is as a wide receiver 1 in the NFL, because that's what he is, And it's just gonna be. That's just what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be like just a test of JSN's how great he is, And that's all this game is. The Seahawks are gonna win, but we just want to see how great JSN is.
How good you are. I got
how many receiving yards is he gonna get?
I could tell you how good y'all are. I'm not saying y'all are like
you tried to tell us how good we are, and you were wrong. So let's find out.
I mean, you did. Hey, you lost to Tampa, just like I said.
Okay, yeah. That was a freak accident loss. Freak accident.
Check that one off the list.
Are in 5th place in the XFL right now.
I don't know, man. He's wilding right now. I don't know. He's wilding right now. He's just saying anything at this point in time.
Speaking to speak. That's all it is.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's not good. How is that funny at all?
What I'm gonna say, let's just say in the Houston Texans defense, and Stroud has let me down this year. I've watched him a few games and he didn't play well at all. But I mean, the first 3 games of the season, they played against the LA Rams, 14-9. I mean, he's not performing obviously in that game. Tampa Bay, 20-19. That's a winnable game right there for you. Probably lost on a last minute field goal. Who knows? You know how most of those games go. Lost to Jacksonville 17-10. 0-3 to start the year. Then the last 2 games they played the Texans. They blew them out 26-0, which they're supposed to do. And they played the Baltimore Ravens, which they're supposed to beat them. They beat them 44-10. I mean, this last 2 games, he's had over like 230 yards passing last 2 games. His running game is non-existent. He really doesn't have a marquee number 1 receiver that I'm seeing on here as far as stat-wise. And maybe that's because that's why he only has 1,000 yards passing, but that's only in 5 games. That's nothing, but still, it's in 5 games. They had a bye week at some point in time during the season here. I think, don't get me wrong. I think the Seahawks. Yeah, I think the Seahawks. They're 2-0 in their last 2 weeks, though. 2-0. You know what I mean? But against teams they're supposed to beat. They're not beating anyone that they're not supposed to beat. I mean, they had close games versus those teams, but they still didn't win. That matters. But I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Of course, I think right now the Seahawks are on a roll. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold's playing really well. Their wide receiver got over 600 yards receiving. I think that's in 6 weeks. I don't think you guys have any buys. He's got over 100 yards a game. I think it was his second or third year. Was his third year in the league?
Stroud,
JSN or whatever his name is.
This is third, ain't it?
I don't know, but that young boy's playing ball. I mean, I saw a catch he made over the shoulder. It was a perfect pass. Darnold threw a perfect pass over the defense for an easy touchdown for him. I mean, he had to do beat. So, you got to look at Seattle. They're pretty decent all around the table. You got a decent running game. It's not huge, not strong running game, but you have an existent running game there. So defense. 3 of your DBs are out, are questionable, at least for this game this week, which could be helpful because the Texans don't really have they're not throwing the ball too well. They're not running the ball. They're not really moving the ball too well other than the last 2 weeks. But I'm gonna go with the Seahawks just because they've been playing well. And I feel like right now you got to beat the champs as far as people who are at the top of your division right now. You got to beat them, and I don't know if Texans can. Let's go around the horn on this one. LT.
The Seahawks are 1 throwaway into a helmet interception away from being a 5-win team at this point. I'm not going to go against them. I do think they are a next level team. I know we talk a lot of crap about them. That they are a next level team at this point in the season. So yeah, I'm going with Seahawks.
He's hating on the Seahawks. I'm not even going to put him up. No, I'm not going to keep on putting this kind of blasphemy up on here.
Hey, man, I love it, though. I love it. Keep talking.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's bashing the Seahawks all the way down. Go ahead.
And I'm not going against Sam Darnold. I'm not going against Sam Darnold anymore until he proves otherwise. He's playing really well.
Okay. VZ.
I think this would be somewhat of a shootout just because Seattle is missing their corners. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of people hurt right now. So I think that CJ Stroud's going to put up a lot of numbers, but I think he's going to have crucial turnovers, and that's what's going to be the difference in this game. I think offensively, the Seahawks are going to look great. I don't think there's going to be too much resistance unless they get behind, and I honestly don't see that happening. Especially because they have a running game that what the Texans are going to. They have to pass the ball. They just have nothing to run. So I think Seahawks get this one.
Man.
Big Honeycomb said, "Damn, I'm dead." That's the big. That's the same dude that said. That's the same dude that said something about my vest. Can you send pictures in this? Send pictures of yourself, please. Send pictures of yourself, please. Because anyway, Niners game.
Post your outfit right now.
Yeah, let me see what you look like. I swear your mama like it better on me. I don't know what these people was talking about. The Seahawks, this Seahawks, that Niners gang. Oh my goodness gracious! Seahawks is going to destroy the Texans. Destroy them. It's the only thing that got the Texans still in it is that our DBs are hurt. That's it.
That's what I'm thinking.
DBs are hurt. That's it. Someone put a picture in here. At least one.
Hey, so you feel like the Seahawks are the it? I mean, in the NFC West, you believe that they're going to go ahead and take that division easily, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about the NFC in general? I wouldn't say easy either. I think the Niners right now, you got to. If the Niners get any of their players back right now, they're a problem.
They're not getting any of their players back. It's all out for the season, all of them, except for
I don't know, man. Some of them look questionable as other stuff was going on.
Both out for the season. Fred Warner's out for the season. Unless they're going to go just purely off Kittle, that's the only way they win.
I think they're going to. I think they're gonna end up trading for Hendrickson from the Bengals.
That's a big trade. That's a big.
That's
a lot of money to put up.
Yeah.
A lot of money to put up.
He's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's on it because remember he re-signed with them on a 1-year deal, so it ain't gonna hurt you that bad. You can get him for right now, and if he leaves, Bosa comes back. You know what I'm saying?
And they're smart enough. They better take that money and get some offensive linemen over there in Cincinnati. But so you're going with, of course, you're going with the Hawks.
Yeah,
man. Of course. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going with the Hawks too. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them letting this game get away from. You know what I mean? I don't see them letting this game get away from them, man. The Texans, they have an opportunity to win, but it could be a surprise victory right here if they keep going along the lines they've been going the last couple of weeks. They've been putting points up on the board. You know, I think they're probably averaging 30 points a game or whatever, 30-something points a game. If you look at the last 2 weeks, before that they couldn't score to save their life. You know, they had like 2 9-point performances and a 10. Then you go 26 and 44. I think they had. So I mean, maybe they found a groove. We'll see what happens. But you know, I'm still going Seahawks until we see that continuity in their play. But with that, guys, y'all have any anybody who y'all think is surprise performers for the week? You guys want to shout out? What do you guys think? I mean, you know, I know this is a new question. I know you guys may have not been 110% prepared for. You don't have to shout one out. You know what I mean? But I kind of want to see with the kid. I wouldn't even call him a surprise performer, but I want to see what that Dowdle does again this week. I mean, you've had 2 monstrous games. You were a 1,000-yard running back last year for the Dallas Cowboys. How did they let you get away? I mean, you're not running the ball that much. It's not like they were giving him the ball. He didn't get
paid that much neither. We could have paid him what we paid Javonte Williams.
And they're tripping. That dude's a young 27 years old, young boy. I mean, right now he's on pace. He's probably going to put up, 12, 13, 1,500 yards this year if he keeps going
if he keep his job,
Mine's not a young guy, but mine's going to be Daniel Jones. I think this is the week that you find out if he's for real or not. You got to go to the Chargers, who are really kind of facing, in my opinion, a must-win game at this point, the way they've been playing to kind of right the ship for them.
Who they play last week?
What's that?
Anyone know who the Colts played last week?
They came back and won against the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Okay,
I
feel it, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't take a lot away from it. You won the game, and they won because of him. I'm being very real when I say that. Mm-hmm. He came back and won that game. It wasn't like he was thinking and dunking. He was putting balls on the money, on the spot, and the touchdown was beautiful. So I'm going to tell you, if he can come out this game and kind of prove it and get a W on that enemy turf and go into Charger territory and get that W, not only is he proven he's for real, he's putting himself in MVP talks at this point.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 breakout players. I think Matthew Golden from the Packers. I think this could be a game where he has a good game, like where he kind of starts to separate himself from that pack of number 2s and start to get a little bit more trust from Love. And then I still honestly I believe in Quinshon Judkins. I think this can be a game that he can kind of break out and probably get 120, 115, something like that. Maybe a couple touchdowns.
Man.
I was thinking
Sam Darnold. No.
I do got a Seahawks that I'm thinking is gonna have a breakout game. So I will tell you.
I was gonna say that too.
I will tell you. I do got, but I think Saquon, you got to be due at some point.
That's a good one.
Saquon,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Blow up, brother. But same thing with running backs. I need K9 to go crazy at some point. I want K9 to just hit something off because he's been having some games where he has but he ain't been having those breakoffs like he should be.
He's been having good runs in games.
Like one run, and then boom.
Yeah, I mean, okay. They just hate on the Seahawks right now. Right now, the Seahawks is real.
It would be on my mind too. That's all would be on my mind too. Same thing. Seahawks.
I can't think about the Saints.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, when you look at it, Seahawks are actually probably they have the playoff picture Seahawks in it right now. I think, so.
100%.
It is what it is. I don't really see anyone in their division knocking them off. The Rams, that's about it. I mean, maybe the Niners too, because the Niners are playing well, but you guys really got a decent division.
Stafford keeps playing the way he is, they catch him.
You guys got a decent division, really.
The Niners are not a good team anymore. They
I
lost
see the Rams
everyone.
catching them before the
These
Niners.
next 10 weeks, they're going to be terrible because they
They
lost.
win this next game, man. We're gonna be having this conversation yet again.
Yeah, we
Depending
are.
upon,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
they're gonna be talking about nothing. They're gonna be talking about nothing but the Seahawks. That's all they're gonna be talking about. They didn't say one thing about the Niners. They haven't said like, "Oh, we look like a promising team." No, they only talked about the Seahawks this whole time.
And with that, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this week's plays and parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, the Guru LT, the dude, man, and my guy VZ. We'll see y'all next week, man. Hey, make sure y'all check our picks and see who did what. Maybe you might win some money, maybe you might not. Who knows? All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.